All right. Excuse me. Good. All right. All right. Let's try this again here. Oh, all right. So, first, yeah, clearly having some mic issues, right? It's the cable. Cable's a little bit finicky. If it literally gets like breathed on wrong, it breaks. I have a cable coming. It'll be here at some point today. It won't be here during the live stream, right? So, very good chance that my microphone cuts out, right, at some point here. And then the process is just going to be hopefully reset it, restart the stream and get it back up. Yeah, I've got a backup system coming and all this kind of stuff. So, this won't be a problem going forward. I've never had a non iPhone cable just I don't know, stop behaving how you expect. So hopefully that isn't too much of a pain in the ass, and we shall see. I do have like some monitoring on my end. Um, yeah, sometimes it doesn't pay to chew through the print. Spot on. Yeah, yeah. You got to manage that trading psychology somehow, and a little jolt to the brain's a pretty good way to do it. But yeah, hopefully not too much bullshit we have to deal with from. Oh man, I can feel myself touching the cable. I got scared. Yeah, we don't have to deal with too much bullshit with this today, and it's just smooth and clean, and we can have a quick like little one and done, and enjoy our lives. But let's figure it out. So, um, here we're in similar spot. Sounds like yeah, in Elon we trust. Yeah. Um, yeah. So let's get after it a little bit. Busy day with Fed speak. Pretty busy. 8:30, 9:55, 11:45. Obviously, the big narrative we have, thing more than anywhere. Obviously, stuff that's going on overseas, right? Pretty massive gap down so far this AM, right? Significantly bigger than what we've seen like last couple days. Yesterday, right, we kind of opened up in the implied middle of the range and then filled it out throughout the day. Overnight, we're kind of seeing sellers establish and then kind of effectively hold. So it is a 2 out of 3 to the downside, or sorry, to the upside with volume, but we've already invalidated those lows. And certainly, like if we can open up under, call it 67.70, then I think that probably gives you more confidence that you have a lot of like bearish momentum in play. Maybe that you could get that sell off day that I think everyone's been kind of screaming for. Or, right, if you get a pretty, yeah, I'd say a convincing close above, right, that 70 handle, That maybe starts to establish like a little bit of a fake out scenario, right? Fake out through yesterday's lows, fake out through those, big bullish reversal lows, right? The other day, be something in that range. Upside, you'd be looking basically for a move back towards 800 and then like maybe getting her back up to 830. Yeah. Then we can maybe just fill it out towards highs. Pretty crazy move back up to 90, but probably shouldn't have deleted as much as I did. uh, all right. And then to the downside here, we get that hold under 70. That should be the real path, right? Kind of interesting. That was our level yesterday. We'll call this 60 and beyond, basically. Uh, yeah, we can close around here. We should be okay. Working okay there, William? Yeah. All right, sounds good. Take that as a yes. All right. NQ, there it is. So similar, right? Very similar story to ES. Maybe less of a fake out. Right? ES was effectively also breaking down through those February 6th close. $24.5. So upside, you're probably going to try to split this up. As much as I'd like to get to that 25,000, probably not a super realistic opening target, like 500 points away. I would love that to be the case. I mean, I'll say this every chance I can, I guess. But if there ever is a day, guys, where we catch a 500-point win, the next couple, I'm definitely taking off and enjoying life a little bit. Just a standing warning. 25K would be here. I think kind of the way I see it is like this shelf, and then this shelf, right? So here, here. That puts me at 24.7. Nice. And then 24.8. So I think that's pretty logical to fill in that way. Okay. And then to the downside, that 400. Pretty good. ACL. Whoa. Man, it's single day volume on these narratives is nuts. Like back to back days where pre market we have more volume than the previous day. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I won't trade this. I guess this is a 3 out of 3 already, right? Okay, Apple, green decreasing, gap down. So 1 for 3. He's doing the same super long loading stuff. Ah, so annoying. Tesla, green decreasing, gap down. So again, 1 for 3, just doesn't want to load. Microsoft, 1 for 3. Amazon, 1 for 3. AMD, 2 out of 3 to the upside with volume. Nvidia, like bullish engulfing candle, setting up as an inside bar. 1 for 3 on Meta. Netflix, snapping a little bit, so 1 for 3. Google, big gap down, 1 for 3. Then yeah, 26. So pretty big implied range here today. Very big implied range, in fact. So realistically, right? Could mean that things move very fast without us. Could mean that things don't move at all. Could mean that like price just moves a little bit faster than maybe you're comfortable with. And this is one of those scenarios, right, where speed is a little bit relative. So what I want you guys to really focus on here today is to just try to not overthink it, right? I'm gonna try to be as vocal as I can, trying to walk through our entries and to set things up, and I'll see if I can, yeah, see if we can figure this out a little bit smoother. But everyone just really focus on the quality of your execution, right? Don't worry about like how big of a move it is or whatever it is. You know, maybe even think about sizing down potentially here today. Be very responsible. For a lot of you, this is going to be the highest implied volatility you've ever traded in. And that can be both an incredible opportunity and also a tremendous letdown. So let's be very careful out there here today. Let's really focus on the technical elements that make us good traders. And then let's worry about the victory lap or the pity party once the market is done. So let's set ourselves up here for a good day. I think it's going to be pretty interesting out there. Let's see if we can get ourselves well, I mean, look, a little clue on where I'm looking for my trades, right? There's already the reference price. Like, you guys have to be realistic with what you're asking here. I'm giving you a 10-point range for where I'm looking for my entry on a 25,000 point security. Like, I'm already being extremely precise. So it's important that everyone has a level of accountability for their own entries and chooses to make that decision themselves. I'm not here forcing your hand or telling you what to do. And I think I have the same patterns pretty much each time. So I like the way that I call out trades. I think that they're pretty fair. I think that it's pretty fair. I think that it's more transparent than anybody else. Like, if you don't know why and when you're clicking a button and you're just waiting for me to say that I'm in a position, I don't fundamentally think that's long term the best way to trade, right? It doesn't do anything for you because you maintain a level of anxiety because you've passed on that decision to someone else. So if you're trading from a state of anxiety, and everything we talk about here is about like psychology and managing your mentality, right? And keeping that cool head relative, it would be unfair for me to then set up and call out trades that exaggerate those issues for people, right? So we're trying to do things here in what I think turns people into winners, but it doesn't necessarily turn you into a winner in the easiest sense. It turns you into someone who can hopefully fish for themselves. Yeah, but everyone's going to miss trades, right? So it's like you're not optimizing here to get 100%, right? You guys are optimizing, like everything I do is I'm optimizing for 70, 60%, right? And the unfair thing here, right, is because, or the unfair thing is that it never looks like I miss trades, or very rarely looks like I miss trades. Because if I'm not in a trade, I'm not in a trade, right? But if you guys miss, right, you're missing comparing it to me, whereas I don't have that comparison, right? And so there's no so it's like we're viewing at it differently, right? Like I can be bitter sometimes that I miss trades, and it is what it is. But I think for you guys, it feels more painful because there's a comparison, right? Where I'm in a trade, people are in trades. Yeah, for sure. So I just think that fundamentally that yeah, comparison skew gives people a lot of problems sometimes. Good size range though. The subjective though, James, it's all about, do I feel like as price is pulling into my zone, do I feel calm? That's really all it is, right? So calm is I would say an emotional state. But what that means, right, is if price action is moving into your zone and it's creating chaos, it's creating confusion, it's creating fear, it's creating anxiety, you don't want to click it. But when you find that, like, and sometimes it can be a very, very fleeting moment, but when you find that hesitation in the market, that moment where it like pauses and uh you can like hear the birds chirping, like that's when you want to click submit. That's what you're looking for, right? You're looking to enter your position where you can execute with the most amount of control. So that's why the speed isn't objective, because everyone is going to have a different moment or a different sensation. Does that make sense, guys? Like, we're not necessarily looking for, because yeah, tracking, 5 point pullbacks, 10 point pullbacks, it's hard, but it's like if price action makes my heart flutter for a second, right? I get that sinking feeling in my gut. I get a worry that I'm going to miss the move if I don't enter the trade. All these things, right? They make it harder for me to manage my position later on. If they make it hard for me to manage my position, well, I'm likely to compound mistakes, right? I'm likely to close trades early. I'm likely to, I don't know, average in at the wrong spot, right? Like pyramid in at the wrong spot. I'm likely to not accept a small win, right? I'm likely to do all these sort of. I'd rather not force. Yeah, and it doesn't. We can do everything perfect and still lose money, right? Like guys, my win rate isn't anything spectacular. Like I'm flipping a coin and finding like a few extra flips in my direction. I make money not because my win rate's the best. I make money because I'm really good at managing my risk, right? And my average win is bigger than my average loss. That's it. So you avoid those like obvious mistakes, you avoid those big blow up opportunities, and you just optimize everything for just remaining in control, trusting your process, being calm, cool, and collected. The calm, cool, and collected part, maybe not always, but everything else. And you focus on that and you execute that well and you control those variables and you're just executing a math equation day after day. Right? But the only way I can trust my plan is if I fundamentally get into trades at sizing, at entries, at risk, where I feel that sense of calm. Because if I'm chasing it, if I'm rushing it, if I'm yeah, trying to catch it, it just doesn't work. Like it just doesn't work. Like there's yeah, um, that mental edge, like that psychology there. The only way you'll actually follow your plan long term, and it's the following your plan long term that actually makes you serious money. All right, possible breakout setup here. Let's see. Okay, pretty good. So you're looking at a 29 for now. 630. Call it 627. Not on the 3, so only on the 2-minute exists. That's something like that. Fast. Your fake out. Okay, so now you're looking at 621. Fast still fast. I'll wait this thing out. And the too fast feeling for me there, right, is it was making me feel like I wanted to chase my entry. Right? It's like, ooh, click now, click now, click now. That's not a sensation of control, right? Okay, Mike's still working, right? Now you're still looking for that little fake out here. Okay, so looking at like a 567 now. I mean, reference price would be here-ish, so this might be a hard pullback to find. See? Okay, watch carefully here. Fast. Again. Hey guys, I am in. Average price 76.25. Oh, got stopped. Stop. Work Nate, congratulations. Sorry, fill price there, guys, was 74.50. Exit price was 567. watching still. Yeah. Got a little bit of a mind of its own. Fake out through your confirmation low potentially. That'd be a 530 stop loss. Into fake out. I I would be a little bit careful still around this 530. A little bit, but let's see how this thing pulls in. Gentle here. That wasn't gentle yet. See? I think it's giving me the gentle. Flushing through each level of support. $15. Does feel a little bit like trying to catch a falling knife here at the moment. Not super into that. I'm going to wait. We also have a very high probability of this being increasing volume. If that's the case, right? That gives us a pretty good indication maybe of a breakdown setup. Yeah, that would indicate, right? Selling pressure, or maybe you want to go bearish. Great shape, though. Might even go green. But we'll continue playing just the price action here. That's a very strong close. Target, though, would be high a day. At this point, still about 100 points, lots of space. And if you break out through high a day, we can bar. Okay, that was aggressive. So you're looking at a 64 stop loss. Oh, huh. Ugh, the pain. No, well, missed one there. You'd be looking at 74 or better. Worth it. Wait. Take out at 54. Believe it. No, I don't believe it. It's a really gross candle. Looking at 519 for now. Most obvious stop loss location. Be a little bit lower. Keep watching this though for a second. And there's your even lower. Whoa. Sayonara. 30 seconds on this 5-min. That's kind of interesting if it can close well. Mic still working? Yeah. Can't hear anything? Just refresh, Jared. Just refresh. Guys, we have a bear set up here, 5-min. Yes, for now, that's 524 on the short. That'd be your stop loss. Looking at something like that, right? Too fast, too fast. 36. Fast again. 40, 42. I'd make your reference price 32. Again, higher already. Now 48. And at 38. And it's moving way too fast to even bother trying. Again, this like objectively fast, right? It's moving like 10 points a clip. Now you're looking at a 72. Okay, sweet. Now it's got to pull back 40 points. Just be patient here. The head. One trade. Can't hear me? My sound looks okay. Just refresh. You as well. It's pretty early. Nice to see price just in here for a second. See. I saw 57. And if this pulls into the 60s, I'd probably assume fake out first. Like that's gonna be my first instinct. So it's not gonna be an insta click here, right? All we've seen is the troubled youth of price action. Still need, yeah, 20 odd points here, between 20 and 30 points, depending on when I'm talking. Um, mm, we're kind of just waiting to see if price action wants to start cooperating a little bit. I feel like it's not. Hovering right or like right above that 500 with just enough buffer. Hmm. Freeman didn't go increasing. Still kind of stuck on the 5. Man, I can't. So only setup I have is on the 5, but I'm like I said, 40, 50 points away from a possible, even reasonable entry. And if it does pull into that zone, it's going to be so hard to trust it because that's a massive pullback at this point. Like I would probably base assumption would be that it fakes out again, 75-ish or whatever. If it pulls back there and then breaks down, kind of like I'm cheering for an increasing outlier volume handle on one of these, maybe. Yeah, I think you're spot on, AJ. Chop, chop, chop. Maybe the 3 min has a chance. Give us that breakout. Still, hopefully, paper cut day for everybody, right? Yeah, okay, not bad. Nice. 30 seconds. Stupid, or is it going to give us something tradable? Kind of leaning towards it might be giving us something stupid. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, this thing's fucking funny. It closed reasonable and then did something stupid. Like it did both at the exact same time. Unbelievable. Jeez. All right, we'll give this thing 70 seconds. There was no 10 a.m. news. No way. No way. This would have hit exactly our Fibonacci reference price zone on that 5-min setup we had. That's a chaotic pullback. Literally like just kissed it and then right down. So we had the right zone. But that's the nonsense we had to get to find an entry. That's maybe not an entry you want, right? I mean, it would be an entry I would like. Being up 70 points would be really nice. That's an insane asylum candle. Oh my god, and it closed red. All right. We're in business here, team. And so you're looking at a 517 stop loss for now. Oh, generally, right? Looking at like 507. 30 seconds. We'll have a 3-min candle if we can't get an entry here. Or 3-min candle open might trigger the pullback we're looking for. I'm going to focus on 3-min. I'll keep this up for now, guys, just in case. But 3-min now. Same profit target, no biggie. That. Well, let's see if it's got the courage. Whoa. 3 points away. Still watching here. 5. Oh, that was me. Yeah, I don't give a shit what ChatGPT says. Honestly, could not care less. Like that. 499 maybe as a stop. 500 as a stop. I push you into the 90s as your reference price. Was the right idea. Just saw it 5 seconds too late. Let's see. Let's see. Too fast again. From 92 to 97 in just a freaking flash. There's your possible fake out though at 505. Puts you at 495 kind of as your reference price. And now it's blasted through again. Oh, there's a banana market. Doing everything but finding an entry. And every entry I probably would have found, I probably would have lost on just about. I also feel a little bit fortunate to just be 0 for 1. Yeah, it's been a couple times. Like if you're not, yeah, I don't know. If you're like if you're premeditating your entry, I think you're getting kind of screwed a little bit. Thing is, we have excellent volatility, so we don't need much follow through. Get something fun, but getting something that's going to be smooth at the moment might be a little bit challenging. I mean, this is maybe our fake out we could look for here again. Okay, so we're looking at 502 as a stop loss for now. Reference price 92. Oh, for fuck. Oh, it's been annoying. Okay, same spot still for now. 21 instantly. 521 means you're looking at 511 ish, but speed of this thing. About 522, so then 512 would be your zone. Okay, guys, I'm in short. 519. Oh, it was a bit greasy. Very, very bouncy around 500. D8. I mean, that was a perfect entry. CD, I'm sorry. Hard to explain that. Like, I don't know. It just felt right. I don't know how else to explain that right now. Not a great behavior there at the candle as it's closing. Like to see us closer towards the or under the 400s. Oh, fuck me. I got stopped out. Oh. Well, the wondering why then was it was inside my reference price and I had 3 points of risk, right? So it's like, okay, I have a spot where I can't talk myself out of this trade. So that's the why then. The annoying part is I got stopped out before I could give that candle a chance to close and give me a moment. A little bit frustrating, but that's life. 0 for 2. Nice work. Yeah, I mean, I probably could have closed that for a win. But pros and cons of, I guess, trading your system, right? If you're waiting for that candle to close to tell you what to do, you sometimes have to survive and stomach it in the moment. Painful, very painful, but pros and cons to everything. Definitely, yeah, definitely pretty challenging. Nice work, Sonia. Absolutely. Take it and run. Take it and run. I still think we have a chance for the short to play out, right? Kind of flagging here pretty aggressively. If we can get there. Sitting down about 2,200. Took some slippage on that first trade. Nothing too crazy. Come on. Go, Joel. Nice work. So this is still our confirmation candle here. It may be at 516. Look, I don't need much here, guys, to get green on the day, right? Not particularly. I need something like 15 maybe points. Yeah, slippage is greasy. Yeah. Well, slippage just means you're getting a fill at a price that's different than what you expected, right? So slippage is the difference between the price you thought you were executing at and your actual execution. So if it's like a slippery market, right, or a greasy market, you get more slippage. Every now and then, I use vocabulary or vernacular from the Trailer Park Boys, and it just creeps into my lexicon. So you guys got to give me a break. Canadian kids gotta listen to its roots. Guys, we're looking at a 497 now. So that would put reference price about 487. I like. Making me work today a little bit. Making me work. And we're still in play here on the 2. I can't believe some of our luck today. Those. Oh, 456 for now. Might be a quick one. All right, I'm watching here carefully if this thing pulls back. No. feel a little bit cursed this morning. Well, maybe that's a little bit pessimistic, but it just feels like I've seen everything 15 seconds late today. You know, I need to see 15 seconds late today. All right, we're in business here again in the 5. You're looking at a 42 now. I mean, a 32 stop loss or 32 reference price. And that, man, like. Hey guys, I mean, I did get a fill, but only a partial. So I'm closing that. I'm closing it. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. Okay, 419 for now. 419. Let's see. Reference price here would be 409, right? Something like that. Uh, 15 seconds till the 2 min. Okay, still watching here on the 3. $406 now. There's your 409. All right, guys, I'm in on this 3 min. 419 stop loss, 409 entry. 408.25 entry, correction. 408.25 bit chasey. And I say it's bit chasey because it's above my reference price, or it's worse than my reference price. All right, posture and breathing. Focus on those. I don't know if I like it too much, to be honest. Fucking heard me. Jesus. It's got to die here. Terrible close. I'll make a dumb decision. So now focus is just closing as P&L is increasing here, team. Focus on closing as P&L is increasing. Breathe. On. Okay, this is the moment, guys. This is the moment. Boom. I'm out. Exit price 77.50. 77.50. Oh, that was pretty much a perfect exit. And I felt myself fighting that trade a little bit. Pretty much the moment I saw my entry was worse than my reference price. Right? Really, really fighting it. Yeah, I'm not sure how you got stopped out. It never really got close to it. We're okay. We're gonna see if we can get another opportunity here to play this move, maybe in a slightly smoother path. Yeah, check your order history. Okay, we have increasing outlier volume here. We're back in business, looking to see if we can find a clean setup. And I'm trying to not make a stupid mistake on this trade. Like if I'm replaying that trade in my head, I switched to the 2-min, but basically maintained my execution on the 3. It's a little bit greasy. Well done. Nice work. On that position, made just a little bit over 3K. About 40 points. No, 30 points. So nicely green here, but maybe not nicely green, but green. After about 15 points of losses this morning, maybe 16 points. I'll be honest, I do feel a little bit agitated by this price action, I would say. Not been very easy. It's been mentally taxing. Looking at a 374 here. For a second. If it rejects. Nope. Now you're looking at a 380. You're looking at something like that, I guess. $380 would be the price. 70 would be your reference approximately. Hey guys, I am in. Oh, I got a bad fill relative to what I wanted. I'm in at 371. I thought I clicked at 376. To be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in that entry that I might just take this quick win. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I don't really want to be a dumbass here. Come on, flush for me, baby. Yeah, a little bit too bouncy for my liking, guys. So I'm going to close this here, focusing on closing as P&L is increasing, if I can find it. Come on. Oh, big bounce. Okay. watching here, guys. This is gonna be my exit. This is gonna be my exit. This is gonna be my exit. And I'm out. 56.50, 56.50 exit. Pretty good. Nice little $1,400 there. Nice work, team. Nice work. I think that was just a good decision. A little bit of a nervy entry again, like just a little bit bouncy post. Yep, what a decision. What a decision. Let's fucking go. Work, Olivia. What a decision, guys. What a decision. That would have been so frustrating. Ooh. Guys, I'm pretty tired. How's everyone feeling? Work, Jay. No, now? No, Todd, no. Go, Reagan. Well done. Good bounce back. Go, AJ. Nice work. Nice, David. We did a good job exiting that last trade. Oh. Oh, man. Nice work, Will. And PA definitely has been crazy. Oh. Yeah, I feel like this is gross, but I feel like a little bit clammy after that. Nice calf. Well, we didn't need didn't need it. There's a pretty freaking textbook reversal setup though. Oh, how much sadomasochism can one take in a day? Probably some more. Might not be the right term. Oh, Reagan, I tell myself that all the time. Don't be a dumbass. Like, I'm undefeated at finding ways of doing dumb things. Trying to give my some time to think about this. Not overreact too much to the VIX, guys. Let's not overreact too much to the VIX. IPO in the day is like a little bit over 2K. Very fair, Jerry. Fair. So that's why trading is me versus me, right? Because the dumb things I do are going to be different than the dumb things you do. And both of them cost us as much money as the other. Okay, so we're looking at like 394 for now. I mean, it's probably your computer. But yeah, it shouldn't be from me. Looking at a 390 stop loss. Being prejudiced, right? Okay. So be very careful here, but that's your reference price. Nice and gentle here, nice and gentle. Gentle, gentle. Give us one little touch. CBNC. It might happen again here, watching a 404. And I'm not even going to think about clicking submit until I see a price that starts with a 3. Right, at least at the moment. What I'm trying to do here, right, is if price does crack under 400, maybe there's a chance that it fakes out a little bit more aggressively, right? I just want to protect myself from that possibility. Yeah, but this is my confirmation, right? I don't care what the pullback volume is. It doesn't change my thesis. Hopefully you guys, you got that entry there. Yeah, and I missed my entry because of your question. Obviously, guys, right? If this thing pulls back into 399 now, I won't touch it, right? Okay, reasonable enough close. 429 for now, 427. Oh, 426. You'd be looking at a 436. Give it a second here. All right, guys, I'm in. Average price 430, 430 on the dot. Don't like it too much. Better. Much better. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to try to focus here on closing as P&L is increasing. Well, that was a big dump. Way, way, way bouncy. So focusing here, guys, on finding my exit. I can kind of feel like my eyes drifting a little bit weirdly. Focus, focus. Hey guys, I'm out. Exit price 44.50, 44.50. A good exit, great exit, good timing. Oh, so another 1,400 bucks there on price action that's just trying to be difficult. Just kind of found its rhythm a little bit more. That's annoying because it's given us that bullshit before giving us those big runs. But yeah, good, got a good pulse of the market here last little bit. Annoying though, because I can't seem to catch the big move. I can catch like the little move before the big move. A bit annoying. Oh, did feel my eyes like, I don't know, tunnel visioning there a little bit. Oh, yeah. I don't know, guys. I think I might be done. A nice green day. I kind of feel like too many more decisions. I'm probably going to be just spending mental capital just for the sake of spending it. Sure if that's the right decision. $1,800 is a great day, Kobe. Absolutely. Take it, dude. 100%. Yeah, so I'm going to go final call for questions here, team. Final call for questions. I'm not particularly interested in wasting any more mental capital on what I think has been a really tough day. Like really, really wiki price action. You'll get slippage all the time, right click. Yeah. You're doing a market order, right? So it doesn't care if it crosses the spread. It's if there's someone getting an execution at that price or offering an execution at that price, right? So, you know, if you sniff it, you'll get stopped. You get slapped by the spread. Like there's multiple videos where it's the one that's called like stop loss techniques to avoid getting faked out. I would recommend watching that. But I think my stop loss there was set at 426. I didn't get stopped out on that. They got close a couple times. I never saw the spread cross. Yeah, today was not an easy day. It was very much not an easy day. There was a lot of there's a lot of traps out there, truth be told. There are a lot of traps out there. Yeah, any other questions here, team? Any other questions? Yeah, like it was a good day. Like your execution was sharp. You probably made some good money. If you were missing some details around your execution, right, you probably lost money here today. Unfortunately, right? That's not very fun, but so it happens, right? When markets get kind of choppy and volatile and a little bit chaotic, the quality of your execution really dictates the quality of your P&L. So I would really recommend, if you had a day here today where you weren't super proud of your execution, spend a bit of time playing around, right, with the paper trader, setting up your order windows, just increasing your speed. You can sanity check, double check, have everything ready, and just focus on, okay, variables I could control here today weren't as sharp as they needed to be. How can I fix them, right? And generally, with execution, a lot of it is just basically the muscle memory you have around your tools and making sure that your process is consistent so that you have time to make a decision prior to entering a trade. Generally, the ones where you feel super rushed or you feel stressed or whatever adjective you want to describe there, it's when you have like you're setting up your order window and then the second you type in your reference price or your price that you're looking for your entry, it's already inside that window, right? And then you feel almost like obligated to click submit because it's been like, ooh, stop loss, entry price, position sizing, and oh, it's already in my entry zone. And so I'm going to click submit and I'm going to jump in. And generally that doesn't give you the room you need, right? So a big thing on how you want to improve your execution is be more prepared with your order execution window, right? Be confident that everything is filled out the way that you want. And when price action then pulls into your zone, you're not watching your order window, you're not watching your P&L, you're not watching anything, you're just watching the candlestick, right? Finger on the trigger, and then boom, you click submit, right? When it's giving you the feeling that gives you that ultimate control. That's the thing I want people to focus on because those good, clean habits are going to make a very significant difference to your long-term P&L. And the more prepared we can be, even by 15, 20, 30 seconds, better things are going to go for us. And generally, the more profitable you're going to be. Now, I'll take some accountability on that here today. There was one trade where I did it in probably the greasiest way possible, right? Where we were looking at a different time frame and I executed off of a 3-min time frame reference price and stop loss that we had set. I do apologize for that. I definitely didn't make it easy today and didn't really follow my call it own rules, right, to a certain extent. And so apologies for that 100. Oh, look, if you're dealing with paper trading issues where it's like literally just like, hey, the tech is too limited, go buy an eval, start that process. We'll learn more. All right, anything else here, team? All right, sounds good, everybody. Well, have yourselves a fantastic rest of the afternoon or rest of the morning. Oh, actually, final thing here before you guys all jump off, or before I probably should have mentioned this a little bit earlier. We talked about this a little bit last week, right? Where once the prop is launched, I'm not going to be doing any one-on-one calls for at least like a week, maybe 2 weeks, just so I have basically the resources to be able to make sure that that process goes smoothly and that everything is working as expected. Um, what do you mean when I give you us your rules? What do you mean? Hey, nice work, Rusty. Congrats, man. You turned 40? What do you mean by give us your rules? Oh, I mean, it's already there. It's all there. But so yeah, because I'm not going to be doing one-on-ones for a couple weeks. The plan here, guys, is that it's probably going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday evening and Thursday evening, probably around 9 Eastern, maybe 8:30 Eastern. We're gonna do a one-on-one or like a group team call, if you want to call it that. Basically, go on. We'll do a YouTube live stream. It'll be recorded for everybody, and we'll go over that week's price action, answer questions, go through trades. Basically, do that for like an hour, something like that, and hopefully answer a bunch of everyone's questions. So while there's not going to necessarily be the one-on-one just for, like I said, the maybe 10 days. This should hopefully be able to make sure that everyone gets what they need in the meantime, and hopefully keeps everyone feeling sharp and refreshed. So we'll be doing that on Tuesday and Thursday next week. That'll be starting. And yeah, if you want a one-on-one call before then, please feel free to book. But also, please don't be wasteful with my time. Time we can figure this out as a team. What's best for everyone. But I was thinking like 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, something along those lines. Be something along those lines. So we can figure out whatever the cadence. But just want you guys to be aware, right? There will be no one-on-one call availability for a couple weeks. And yeah, please just bear with me while we get everything else set up and launched. All right, guys. So have yourselves a fantastic rest of the day. Speak with a bunch of you here in our one-on-ones, and then should be a new microphone tomorrow. So hopefully no issues with that going forward. Have yourselves a great day, team, and we'll talk soon.